We live in a country with a huge knowledge of building construction. We have world-leading experts on fire safety in this country. So this should not happen here, but it did happen here. This is a country that can send remote-controlled guided missiles turning corners down streets halfway across the world, but we can't keep people safe in their own homes. We have the right, therefore, to ask questions and to demand answers, and we have the right to demand action as a result of those questions and that process. We will find, as we examine this incident, that indeed this was no act of God, but rather this is a result of a series of decisions, a series, yes, of political decisions that created this situation where this could happen. When there is a concerted attack over many years on council housing, when local authority building control is decimated and privatised, when fire safety inspecting officers in the fire service are reduced by more than half, so that fire inspections are also reduced to that degree, when public fire research is virtually eliminated in this country, when the government launches attack after attack on so-called red tape, when a Prime Minister describes health and safety as a monster that must be slain, when local authority budgets are cut to pieces, when the fire and rescue service is devastated by cuts, when a former Mayor of London, Boris Johnson, can say to someone challenge him over closing 10 fire stations to get stuffed and think it's all a big joke, when all national standards in our fire and rescue service have been abolished, when the views of frontline workers in housing departments or firefighters are regularly dismissed as special interests, when all these things happen over the years, then you create the environment when this terrible tragedy can happen. And for us, this needs therefore to be a turning point. And the best tribute that we can pay to those who lost their lives is to fight for justice and fight for a major change in direction to ensure that this never happens again. And that means ending the attack, the relentless attack on public safety, ending the attack on public services. That means ending the long-term attack on public housing. So when they ask, is this a direct result of austerity? I say it's somewhat more complex than that, but it is a result of 3 decades of political assault on the public sector and public services, and on those who deliver them. It's the result of 3 decades of telling us that the market is supreme, and we should run our public services as well as though we were running a supermarket. And far from being a solution, those ideas and that system help create this mess. They are wrecking our public services, just like in 2007, 2008, they wrecked the world economy.